convergence of Africa and Black voices from across the world. It was here that we showed what was possible when culture led the way, when art became the language of unity. That same spirit lives here today. This historic festival took place here in this very complex. Some of the world's greatest artists, performers, intellectuals graced these halls with timeless theaters, music, dance, and enlightening conversation. It's correct to say that Festac 77 gave us the National Theatre, and the National Theatre, in turn, gave us Festac 77, demonstrating to the world that Africa and the Black civilization can indeed achieve when we put our minds and our hearts to it. Sadly, that moment has turned into high point of this theater. In the decades that follow, it fell into neglect, slowly becoming a shadow of its former self. It has remained proudly standing. That is until a few years ago, when the federal government of Nigeria, the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Bankers Committee,
77 at Festac 77. Then it ran into disuse across various regimes. Its rebirth was initiated during the Muhammadu Buhari government. It is now being unveiled and renewed in the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. And I think who's resuscitating this deserves your round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, for many years, the National has been a cultural custodian of Nigeria's creative flame. With rhythm in their feet and in Nigeria, in their soul, they carry Nigeria's essence to the world. Tonight's performance, I believe, will be extraordinary because I'm sure the national troupe has missed performing at this national theater. Therefore, let us give a resounding welcome to the national troupe of Nigeria.
Nigeria cannot be captured in a single story. It is too layered, too many histories, too many truths. Tonight, we step through 6 of its doors: Benin, Yoruba, Hausa, Niger Delta, Igbo, and the masquerades that keep our ancestors close. Each one opens a chapter. Each one shows us a piece of who we are. Together, they remind us of what it means to move forward as a people. Yare, 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 yare! Yare! We begin in Benin, a kingdom that once built walls so long it stretched further than the great walls of China. A people who cast their legacy in bronze that the world would never forget. Their dance is not for decoration. It is memory and power moving as one. From Benin, we move into the west to Yoruba land. Here, the bata is not just a drum, it is a voice. It can praise. It can provoke. It can bring down the Orisha. For with the Yoruba, spirituality and reality are never far apart. Then we move north. The Hausas bring koroso. Anklets shake, colors flash. Steps repeat itself in careful circles, showing us that beauty can be precise and tradition can be carried out with pride. From the creeks of the Niger Delta, the Shekiri take the stage. A people shaped by water. Their movements flow with the tide. Flow with the tide. This is resilience in motion. And then the East erupts. With movements that dare the body to touch the skies, celebrating survival and spirits. Movements that make a statement saying, we are here, we are unafraid, and we cannot be held down. But the story of Nigeria is not only of the living. The masquerades remind us our ancestors walk amongst us. When they enter the world, changes. Cloth, mask, spirit, all move as one. This is reverence in motion. And now, all the doors open at once. Benin, Yoruba, Hausa, Niger Delta, Igbo, each different, each essential. They do not compete, they complete one another. This is Nigeria. Here we stand, here we move, here we are. Proud, unmistakable, and unstoppable.
Okay, fantastic. I think we all enjoy that. The only task I have now is a very small one. Please, we want to send this appeal out to our security personnel. We do recognize that the security and safety of Mr. President and all the dignitaries is important, but at the same time, I think your force at the back there is compromising some of the elements of the show. So we'd like to appeal to you. We hear here that the officials who should be controlling the house lights and the spotlights have been denied entry into their points of service. So kindly, well, now they laugh now, see trouble. So we just want the security people to please help us, because that way we can enjoy the show a lot better without missing out on the technical aspects of it, after all that has been spent here to ensure that there's that alignment between technology and the creative. So we crave your indulgence, and we are sure that moving forward, you would have a very enjoyable evening. In the meantime, please let me welcome to the microphone once again my co-MC Eugenia Abu to proceed with the rest of the ceremony. Eugenia, you nearby?
It's a center of creativity. I'm right
There
behind
you.
you.
Fantastic, thank you.
That's how it should be, isn't it? We're doing drama tonight. As directors of ceremony, we have a duty to ensure that His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic, and the Mother of the Nation, and indeed all our dignitaries who are here, enjoy themselves tonight, and we'll pull out all the stops to ensure that this is so. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I warmly welcome His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Senate, the very distinguished Senator Barao Jibril, who has joined us, and he joined us earlier, but the key light would not let me see that he's here. We thank you for coming, sir. Let's hear a round of applause for the Deputy President of the Senate. And that performance, isn't that wonderful? How many times do we see Nigeria out there so beautifully presented? Everywhere we go, the strides of our citizens are one in town. At airports across the world, you know it's a Nigerian because that Nigerian walks around that airport like he owns it. We may not have a dime in our pocket, but we have the right attitude for altitude. And why not? We're 65 today, we have a right to buga, and so it should be. And in the era of renewed hope is a truly renewed national troop, making Nigeria proud all over the world with a new leadership, Aja Kaltume, that drives the Nigerian agenda globally. Our dances, our steps, Bata is not just a dance, it's a voice. Applause to the national troop. Your Excellencies, distinguished gentlemen, tonight we are honored to welcome a woman whose eloquence inspires, whose passion drives, and whose vision uplifts our creative nation. A minister who identifies deeply with the heartbeat of Nigerian artists and performers and champions innovation and creativity as powerful tools of national growth. Your Excellencies, join me to warmly welcome the Honorable Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and the Creative Economy, Minister Hannatu Musawa.
Okay. Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of the Nation, our mother, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, Senate President, Speaker of the House, Governor of Lagos, CBN Governor. A protocol was so intricately established earlier on, I would like to pray and beg for your indulgence to adopt it. I want to wish everyone a happy 65th Independence Day to the great people of our great nation, a very great, dynamic, vivacious, culturally creative people of Nigeria. Today carries a profound symbolism. Independence and renewed hope meet here today, marking a turning point for Nigeria's cultural and creative destiny. As His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu leads us in this commemorating of a milestone and of freedom, he also gives the nation the rebirth of this cultural landmark with the opening of the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts. As it has never been done before, we are blessed to have a president who is very intentional and very deliberate about establishing a ministry dedicated solely to the creative industry. It has never been done before in the history of Nigeria, and who has also been quite passionate about the economic expansion abound in this sector and to empower the teeming youthful population of this country. His presence here today really does testify to that passion and determination to give every single creative root in this country a platform. For nearly 5 decades, this center, formerly known as the National Theatre, built in 1976 in preparation for Festac 77, has stood as a historical hub of African culture, a place where our stories were told, our voices amplified, and our identity affirmed. This theater is the virtue, the ideal of every single Nigerian. It is only fitting that this landmark now bears the name of Professor Wole Soyinka, our Nobel laureate and eternal storyteller. His words have rectified and reflected our society with honesty while illuminating paths of justice, creativity, and of unity. Under the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, the creative economy is recognized as a vital driver of diversification, of job creation, and of national pride. Through new instruments such as the Creative Economy Development Fund and the Creative and Tourism Infrastructure Corporation that was approved by Mr. President, under the division of Destination 2030 Nigeria Area, we are building the enabling framework that will empower every single youth inside and outside Nigeria and attract investment and project Nigeria's creativity to the world. Alongside these, the Motherland initiative is creating new bridges to the diaspora back home to celebrate their heritage and contribute to the future. This transformation is the fruit of collaboration. I extend deep appreciation to His Excellency, Mr. President, to the Governor of Lagos, the Central Bank of Nigeria, to the Governor of the Central Bank, and to the Bankers Committee, as well as all the partners who have made this possible. I also warmly acknowledge the recent appointment of Mr. Dusu Holloway as the board chairman of the theatre partners, and also permit me to recognize Mrs. Tola Akerele, CEO of the National Theatre. Nigeria proudly announces the road to Festac 77 at 50. We did so recently at the United Nations General Assembly. In 2027, right here, in this edifice, our nation will once again welcome the world to celebrate the golden anniversary of that historic moment, reigning Africa's cultural confidence and affirming our enduring spirit of Pan-Africa. Mr. President, I must mention today in the audience, there's a young Nigerian. He's 15 years old. His name is Anthony Madu. He is the first Nigerian to win an Emmy in America. This shows you the brilliance that Nigeria can offer, and I want to thank him for being here today. At the very beginning of my appointment, Mr. President showed me a video about a spoken word that was written by Osika, and he thought that it encapsulated what it means to be a Nigeria, and he told me to go and do something about it. I didn't know what to do about it at that time, but it wasn't until I came into this national theater and saw the beauty that it has been transformed in that I went away and I came back with a poem which I recently performed here in the National Theater. And every time I come back in here, it makes me feel the same. I'm Nigerian, I'm Jermaine. I'm the main gain in my drain. I'm Nigerian, I'm humane. Greatness runs through my vein. I'm the brilliant in brilliance and my achievements aren't vain. I'm a Nobel laureate with literature to entertain. I'm the train sane, I'm the grain. I'm a giant to reign. I want to welcome all our friends and partners and the whole world to come into Nigeria, to come into Lagos, to come into the excellence of Africa, which is Lagos, and to come to the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture for the Creatives. And I want you to experience the heartbeat of Nigeria, the heartbeat of the greatest Black nation of the world. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Anatu Tawa. Clearly, that is one minister whose passion for the creatives is very palpable. You can feel it, you can see it, and of course, you have just experienced a little bit of it. I think she deserves another round of applause. They say, not me, that movies make you famous. TV shows make you rich. But theater gives you life. So, Augusto Boal says we must all do theater to find out who we are and to discover who we could become. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performance is all the way from Anambra State, driven by a lecturer at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University called Gerald Eze. The title is Akụkọ na-egwu. It means story and dance. Let us hear the story from Akụkọ na-egwu. Off you go. Thank you.
I am Obuoja Eze. Abu Mwafu Igbo, and this is the Oja. This is Oja. It is the voice of the gods, bearing encoded messages embodied in sounds. When it lands on your soul, it wakes you up. Oh, ube mawarobi. A piercing sound, when it touches your heart, it opens you up to the beauty of life. Like Bob Marley will put it, music, when it hits you, you feel no pain. Listen, Kenti. Onye tụfuru ọja o ji akpọ ụmụnne ya, ife ọja ruo, o were ọnụ ya kpọba. In the Igbo land, when we gather at the village square, under the moonlight, to tell the tales of who we are and sing the songs of our heart, it is ọja that we use to summon great achievers. It is ọja that we use to summon our kinsmen. And when you see a man with the mien of the leopard, play ọja for him. Observe him. If he does not move, then he's not an Igbo man. But if he roars, then you know that he is Nwafọ. Nwafọ Igbo. Nwafọ Igbo. Odogwu nwe ihe a na-emere agụ, maka ihe agụ ji eme ire dị ya na mba aka, ebube agụ na-eche agụ. Cha 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 cha, Igbo kwen!
Yeah.
Igbo kwen!
Yeah.
Igbo maman!
Yeah.
Kwezu ọnụ o! Ada emetụ nwa agụ aka n'ọdụ. Nwaagụ ade akpa aka n'ọdụ. Baba, Mr. President, before Glo, MTN, Airtel, before Nokia, Samsung, and iPhone, Oja was the first cell phone of the Igbo people. Just like the gongong of the Yoruba, it is the instrument with which we summon our ancestors. It is the call that we give to one another. It is a voice, a call for the Igbo to unite, a call for Motherland to take its place of pride. In our nonu, listen, Gent. But when I play, people say, oh, come, Anamano, Genekafano. Not many are initiates, and so not many can understand the full message. But listen, for there is something for everyone. Mayoja calls us to order. It says, Plota benebelebebu. Plota, come back home. Come back home to the enduring presence of self, to the true essence of life, to the good old days. Mgbe bulugbo, mgbe enugbu anọsa, mgbe nwanne na-eme nwanne, mgbe ayiri igwe bụ enyi. When songs were stories, good old days under the moonlight, great festivities that turned the heart of the lion to take charge of the community, great moments of stories, when names were songs and songs were stories. Omalugo. Omalugo, Omalugo, Omalugo. Urioma. Urioma, le. Urioma. Winine. Winine, oh, winine, darununo. Inene. 3 names, 3 songs, 3 stories. But I choose the first one because our people would say, Okubuzo, Erugo Bechuku. Omalugo, Omalugo, ma. Nemo Omalugo, Nebu. Manemu Debelu Jinechuna. Omalugo. Simu Buzo, Uriamwa Jimunoku. Omalugo. Weburuzo, Uriamwe Junamu. Omalugo. Ejunem Siarumoku. Omalugo. Kunye Welu Jebi Kutoku. Omalugo. Runuso, Sudibi Ayagayaga. Omalugo. Osemutu Wanseya Tuwankeya. Omalugo. Osemutu Ayanseya Tuayankeya. Omalugo. Wadibi Anagara Numuma. Omalugo. Wadibi Anagara Numuma. Omalugo. Urioma le. Urioma. Onyena Wani Garofia Kuna Peze. Onyena Wani Garofia Kuna Peze. Walu Pasianku Galu Manenkeya. Pasianku Galu Manenkeya. Okoro Kijiji Garanga Nine Chieze. Ndieza Nichiri Chichi Beke. Urioma lele. Urioma lele. Urioma lele. Urioma lele. Urioma lele lele. Urioma lele. Urioma lele. Urioma. Beautiful memories. Beautiful memories of Ndibo. Igbo amaka. Igbo atoka. Igbo na atoka mmanụ anwụ. Arize Chukwumbulu onye Igbo. onye na-akpọ m mụ gwafa afa mụ gbaa afa ịbọ na ịbọ na-akwụ n'afa Nkiru Azuka. I have messages from the gods. Nwanne m fasị m gwa gị na ife ọma dị n'iru. Good things are ahead of all of us. Mana gị chetakwa na Azuka. The Igbo world functions in duality. Azuka, the riches of our authentic ways of being are greater than the shadows we chase today. The riches of our authentic commonality and spirituality are greater than the shadows we chase today. We are the motherland. Have you forgotten the Inri civilization? The Nsuka pyramid, the Ibuku bronze, the Ibuku civilization. Anyebundembu, we are the motherland, but the cradle of civilization. Do not forget that. Echezona. Afamefuna. Obiechina. Afonye nedunye. When my Oja rises with the drums, it brings us home, and the syncopated beats take us to the heart of the community, to union with the ancestors, to our future, to our common destination as a great people. Indeed, we may not move forward as Africans until we return to Ndembo na Ndegede, until we return to our authentic ways of being. Have you forgotten that it was Oja that enabled Okonkwo to defeat Amalenze the cat? It is Oja that prepares a great man on great missions and accompanies him all through his life and leads him to the world beyond. Yes, that is why people say, if onye na-eme ka Oja na-egbu, ọrụ eziokwu. Na mgburu na-abụ ka Oja na-akpọ dike, ọkpọ ya na ndụ, ọkpọ ya n'ọnwụ, ọrụ eziokwu. Like Agu, like the leopards, Nwoke Tegete, Akwa Akwulu, the truly independent person. May we rise to this music, to this dance of the warriors, to this dance that Okonkwo danced in Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep. We had a deal. 7 minutes over by 2. Eugenia, bail us out. All right.
This is about dance and music. And when dance and music begins, time stands still, doesn't it? And sometimes we forget that we are given the opportunity to perform in front of Mr. President and all his guests and all these excellencies. And in the middle of that dream and that dance and that music and that history, time can sometimes stand still. And in doing so, you can see that the dance can go over by 2 minutes. But I believe that it has been such a beautiful performance all the way from the eastern part of Nigeria. Let's give them a round of applause once more. His Excellency, Mr. President, was in Owerri yesterday, where he commissioned a rush of several projects by His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, the very distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma. Mr. President, you have shown that everywhere you go, there is gravitas. The whole of Owerri stood still yesterday, and we thank you. Thank you, sir. And in spite of your heavy schedule, you still made it to come and celebrate the artists, the dancers, the musicians, the performers and writers of this great nation whom you celebrate every time. We thank you, sir. It's a beautiful 65th anniversary celebration for Nigeria's independence, isn't it? And so much has been going on in this beautiful, absolutely fantastic edifice, renovated for our use, for our dreams, for our hearts, for our joy. May we have many moments of joy in this hall. Amen. Your Excellency, Joel Kachi Benson just won for a Disney documentary an Emmy, the first Emmy by a Nigerian for documentary called Madu. And we're truly, truly proud. This is a story of Anthony Madu, a 15-year-old whose journey out of Nigeria to New York as a ballet dancer has won us our first Emmy. We celebrate. We're truly delighted. On a day like this, we should be truly happy to understand that. Our next speaker, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, collected Nigeria in his hands and gave us the audacity to rise in international literary circles. A man whose literary portfolio is as intimidating as his beard and snow-white afro. He remains a global icon of no mean repute, fighting injustice for as long as we can remember. He remains Nigeria's shining advocate for culture, theater, memoir, fiction, and poetry. I remember the trials of Brother Jiro and how we stood at the bar beach and watched Chume try to deceive those who went to church. What an incredible piece of literature that, in that he's not a man of only theater and plays. We sometimes try to box him, and this next speaker cannot be boxed. How is it possible that one man seems to have it all, and by Jove, he's a Nigerian? Can you believe? Poetry, art, theater, dance, music, wearing an afro to boot in that snow white that he carries around so confidently. A connoisseur of fine wine, humor merchant, national treasure, who continues to sizzle across continents and in rooms of high intellectual rigor. A man whose wit is as gravitating as his cerebral mind. Nigeria, and nay, Africa's first Nobel laureate for literature, the irreplaceable, the irreverent, the unflappable Professor Wole Soyinka.
I think that's right. Okay, thank you. Mr. President, your team, all of whom conspired for this evening, Mrs. President, Your Royal Highnesses, who chosen to honor me with your presence on this evening, my colleagues, my students, my teachers, some of them absent. Let me begin by saying that I bring you greetings from Abu Dhabi, from where I've just more or less just arrived, from a festival of African theater, with emphasis on women dramatists, very often a neglected section of our endeavor. Let me begin by confessing, and I think you know this, that I accepted this honor with mixed feelings. First of all, I'm notorious for having criticized so many appropriations, personal appropriations of public monuments by some of our past leaders, in which we end up, everything is named after them. I think I would, at a modest, even generous estimate, say that about 25% of monuments, whether they're buildings, roads in particular in this country, or whatever institutions, are well and truly deserved. I haven't been guilty of saying that other people do not merit this kind of monumental dedication. And then I have to stand up in public and watch my name being put up as yet another appropriator. It just didn't sit very well on me. But by the time I thought it over again, no, I mustn't forget, one of your predecessors, I actually challenged him in public in Abuja. I must mention this. I said, you're supposed to be, right in public there, you're supposed to be the figure of probity. And yet, you're now occupying a space. The main road towards which is named after one of the most brutal and venal rulers we've ever had in this country. How do you justify that? Of course, he just looked at me and smiled and went on with his own business. I only mention that as one notorious instance of my approach to this, to naming ceremonies, naming events. However, by the time I looked at the history of theater in this country, and I think of my predecessors, Hubert Ogode, Dola Dipo, Fiberissima, the very little known and recognized and celebrated opera composers, operatic composers. Think of Akinyuba, also musician, composer. Think of Akpabot, another one. By the time I looked at all of them, and I said, well, somebody has to carry the can. And if a group of bankers have got together, using some of my money also, I bank with them after all, in order to honor me, what's wrong with that? I said to accept it. I also had a personal reason, nostalgia. Nostalgia. I remember this building when it was first erected during a military regime. I think we called it the General's Hat because of the shape of the roof. There's, of course, in the conception, very little of what I call the African architectural intelligence in it. In fact, it was an uprooted structure, which the then commissioner of culture saw when he went to, I think it was Bulgaria, and it was not a real theater, it was a palais de sport, where people parade in honor of power and then do a bit of athletics just to show that they're bringing in the people. I took one look at it and I said, I'll take that, but make it 1.5 times the size, because Nigeria is bigger than this country. And that's how this building came to be. All right. Still, we said, we'll manage it. And we had Festac 77 in this very hall. This very hall is a different hall, completely. It's nothing like what that building became over the years. Degraded to such an extent that when Lagos was celebrating 50 years anniversary, and we looked for a hub, a center of activities, which will be taking place elsewhere. One of the places we visited was what was here, which is now transformed. I took one look at it, and when the governor and his team wanted to come back and take a second look, I said, "You go without me." I said, "I've advised you, get somebody secretly, plant a bomb, blow it up." You know, amiable, I said. It was not just a desert, it was a slum. And these bankers have got together to make me eat my words. Well, if eating one's words produces a morsel like this, then it's a very tasty set of words. And I want to thank you and congratulate you for doing what I considered and pronounced impossible. And there's another reason why I thought I should accept. Well, I was already ambushed anyway. They'd announced it as usual behind my back. As MK Abiola would say, they shaved my head in my absence. But still, I would have raised a squawk. But then I decided, this building owes me. It owes me. And one of the reasons, one of the debts, was that this building nearly electrocuted two of my actors. That is how decrepit it had become. The roofs were leaking, so there were pools of water everywhere. And of course, there were electric wires also. I hate to say it, almost as if they were deliberately attached to those pools of water. And I nearly lost two of my performers here when we came to perform Camwood on the leaves. So that was definitely one debt it owed me. And when shortly after that, I think when a group of artists came to see me in the office, my borrowed office in Lagos, and they said, we want you to come with us, to join us. We want to protest. It seems as if some business people, that was the first attempt, wanted to take this over, and we think they shouldn't be allowed. I said, better go and prostrate yourselves and thank anybody who was foolish enough to want to take over that place. Just go away, leave me alone. But again, I think that created a challenge to the banking consortium, because this is a different group. I think it created a challenge. So having thrown out that challenge and having it picked up, I decided, yeah, I'm owed. I'll accept it. But the greatest reason, however, was a very personal one. Over the years, I've discovered that I'm not really real, that I'm a bit dramatic creation by some anonymous artists. Everything around me seems to involve drama. If I speak, it's drama. If I don't, then other people say it's drama. I mean, how many people here, for instance, I've just announced that I just flown in from Abu Dhabi. Look at the coincidence. This event timed for a festival of African theater. To how many people timed for an event which was happening so many thousand kilometers away, involving this very kind of occupation? That kind of coincidence is not very usual. Then I was going to another festival just a few months ago, virtually on my birthday, as a matter of fact, and something happened to me. I mean, how many of you here can claim to be kidnapped at 91 when going to a theater festival? So that's another unique factor. So I think these bankers did some research, looked around and said, you know, this character is really a dramatic piece of work himself. Let's name it after him. And then they also thought, I mean, especially the artists around them, they said, well, if theater dries up, if these writers, directors, choreographers, and so on, if they run out of material, if they run dry, All they have to do is say, look at that name. Go and create some theater around him. They don't have to work very hard. So having taken into consideration all these factors, I decided, well, maybe I may as well. After all, it's one thing it doesn't cost any money for you personally. Your name, it's already given to you. So if people want to borrow it, even without paying royalties, it's okay, they can have it. So finally, and in all seriousness, I want to thank you for this honor, those of you who've been involved in it, including your president, who's a great conspirator. He knows how to lay ambush here and there, and it's okay. This netted yet another victim, and I want to thank him. And for all those who'll be using this hall, let me remind you that I merely represent the preoccupation, the commitment of others, like Hubert Ogunde. I've already mentioned some of them, and not merely in this country, but outside. Names like we bandied around quite recently, Mena Dadi from Senegal, Sonny Labutansi, Wiri Leaking, a woman, that's a woman's name, by the way, from Cameroon. Many of you would not have heard of. And my hope is that with the recreation of this building, this institution, we won't be going all the way to Abu Dhabi to watch African theater. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's the reason why crowds gather around the world to listen to this man who happens to be a Nigerian. He has commended those who have put this edifice in the place it should be, and he has gone on to describe Mr. President as a man who can strategically ambush you, and thanks us all for the honor. The very cerebral Professor Wole Soyinka. A round of applause, please. Professor, sir, metals jar my drink globes. First sentence in the interpreters. One of these days we need to have a conversation. Having said that, the performance we're about to watch explores the complexities of life in today's northern Nigeria. It presents a reimagined narrative that transforms sectarian crisis into a story of healing, unity, and communal cohesion, titled Compound. It blends traditional and contemporary music, dance, and fashion, evoking nostalgia, retelling the story of northern Nigeria's rich cultural identity. The Mud Art Company is a dance and theater production company based in Kaduna. Let's welcome them in Lagos as they perform Compound.
That is exactly the problem with theater. Sometimes you're waiting to understand the meaning of what has just happened. And then they tell you it's all over. And so it leads me to this quote that I just picked up preparing for this event. It says, acting is behaving truthfully under imaginary circumstances. It is credited to a Sanford Maynard. I don't know who that person is, but it exists somewhere. But ladies and gentlemen, first, let me thank you very much for your patience, and I sincerely hope you have been enjoying the show this evening. If you have, let me hear you put your hands together. Mr. President and our First Lady are sitting happily, comfortably, waiting for the highlight and high point of this evening's occasion. On that note, I would like to let us know that the show you are about to watch, believe me, is better than any show you can watch in any of the continents of the world. The name Fela Anikulapo Kuti means many things to many people. The man embodies the core identities and values of art as a global creative force rooted in Nigerian culture. Fela was music. Fela was dance. Fela was film. Fela means fashion. Fela means a connection to ancestral knowledge. Fela is the symbol of social resistance. Fela and the Kalakuta Queens is the internationally acclaimed stage production that tells the story of Fela and the extraordinary women who stood by him, his dancers, his wives, and muses, the ones who romantically inspired his creativity. Created and directed by the Queen of Theatre, Bolanle Austin Peters. I kid you not, it is a spectacle of electrifying music, dazzling choreography, and powerful storytelling. Following multiple sold-out shows in South Africa, the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, and others, it now returns with a teaser performance for this grand opening of the National Arts Theatre in Lagos, now appropriately named the Wole Soyinka Center for Arts and Culture. It is a show of unforgettable energy and brilliance. I could go on and on and on, but get ready, fasten your seatbelts, like they say, for the show. Fela and his queens is ready for us now. Thank you.
Wake up. Olodumare is sending you to go and fight evil. But the longer you tarry, the longer evil will prevail over humanity. These are the 27 maidens the gods are sending to walk with you in the world. Each of them carries with them special gift for your mission. they shall sing and dance and do so many other things to help you fulfill your mission on
Adoni, Fumilayo, Adedanwo, Adeola, Iyase, Omolara, Shewa, Toyi, Iyabo, Africa we dey.
Fumilayo dancer,
Ibe, Olake. You shall be called Fela, 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 Anikulapo, Kuti, Zoom, zoom, zoom. Akupa,
Oroyo,
Akupa,
Oroyo,
Akupa,
Oroyo,
Akupa,
Oroyo,
Akupa,
Oroyo,
Akupa,
Oroyo.
Oh! Brothers and sisters, welcome to the Africa Shrine. Right about now, coming on stage is the man you all have been waiting for. A titan, the man who fights for the rights of the common man in this country. We all know him by many names. Some call him Abba Mieda.
Yes, sir.
Others call him Eleniyo, choir master, Augustine, Omoyaje. But we all know him as Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Yeah.
Everybody say, yeah. Are you all having a good time? All right. Brothers and sisters, friends, I welcome you all to the Underground Spiritual Day. Today, we are all here gathered to witness a milestone event in the grand reopening of a national heritage. Now, so, and I mean, after 30 plus years. You see, we as Africans must continue to tell and celebrate our own stories. Now, so about nobody go film for us. And if you know anything about Fela, you know, so even me says, my story is never complete without these women. The warriors! My Amazons. They cannot take small eyes, take look them. Yes, sir. These women have crossed cultures all around the world, man. What are you talking about? But now so they go to copy them. They go to copy them. They be copy them. Even what's the name? Beyonce. Now for years they copy everything. Yes. Now so they go to copy their dance. Yes. They go to copy their fashion. Yes. They nearly even want to steal their ideology. Yes. And these women now, you know they call tall. Teacher, oh, not be the lecturer, be your name. Teacher, oh, not be the lecturer, be the same. Make you not teach me again, oh. I think the shit finish yesterday, don't die in the hole. I think the shit finish yesterday, don't die in the hole. I think the shit finish yesterday, don't die. Me and you not there for the same party. Me and you not there for the same party. Me and you not there for the same party. Me and you not there for the same party. Party say, party go the low. Party say, party go the low. Party say, party go the low. Chief priest. God. What did you happen there now? Which can sound with that one now? God, listen. No, they hear the sound. I didn't think it happened there now. My bad. Why does it sound like mosquito inside bathroom? I bet. ID. Baba, come. Now Wednesday we did. Today now Wednesday, Abi. That's what about. 1st of October. Yeah. All right. You gather everybody around together. But they come collect their salary. Oh yeah. The person will work and go to church. That's so. Chop money Wednesday. Yes. Make sure they sign up. Confirm. Oh yeah. All up now. Make na come line up. Na chop money Wednesday. Oh yeah. I mean I come.
Your makeup? How now? I don't know where my makeup. That's how they find my makeup. Let me see am. I don't see am. Oh. How many lipsticks do they find? Now 7 I guess. Now only 1 I can see. I don't see anything again. You know wetin? Come. Go ask Fumilayo. Now she take your makeup. You serious? Now she take her. Go. Fumilayo. Go ask her. Fumi. Fumilayo. Fumi, I beg. Sure. Yes, sir, baby. What did they happen? Fumi. Now my makeup are fine. Your makeup? Like how? Now 7 lipstick I get for this house. Now only this one I be see now. Then say make I can't ask you. You see my makeup? Then I say it inside my nose. Red, green, brown, pink, and blue. Alright, baby. Alpha. Sure you help me see my makeup. Go ask for Morgana. Who call my name there? She. Trouble.
down. Where you come from? I beg. Now go outside where no closed door.
Hello, how are you?
What is that?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, ladies. Hey. I am Malika.
Malika na waiting. Oh, na kupende. Abi?
Malika. Na kupende. Malika. That's my name.
No, I thought it was a destination.
Ladies, look, I have come to pay homage.
For how much? Hey, face me. Look here. We don't get space for tourists. We don't get space for any other woman. In fact, we don't get space for half of you.
But I just
Hey, come. Now we are DJC.
I just came to see Fela.
Now we are DJC.
Now lost but found.
Lost but found. You didn't say nobody get out.
Yes, Fela.
They go to carry and come here. I said, make you carry and come here.
I came all the way from America.
I said, come. Oh, yeah. Step back. Now who carry this one come Kalakuta? This one wait, but they do jobolo. When I see the effect, so I get on people like
Oh my God, you're Fela.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you are?
I am Malika. And I find you absolutely irresistible.
Even you look like waiting Fela the lie. Where you from?
I'm from America.
America. You see, hey, confidential. What's that one now?
So rude. Oh my God.
Lady Malika.
Yes, Fela.
You know about the Glastonbury Festival?
Oh, yes, I
Yes,
do.
I opened it.
Oh, I
1986.
Of course, Fela, I know that. Look, Fela, I came to Nigeria because of you.
Right.
Your music, your sound, and everything you represent.
Amen. Where somebody help me check to this day? Blessing on my birthday.
I know.
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
tell me
about
all
you,
the
Fela.
things you know about me.
Well, I know that you are the son of the great Funmilayo Ransom Kuti.
That's right. Correct. That's right.
A formidable defender of market women.
My mama be that.
A terror amongst kings.
Oh, you can see that.
And a supreme activist of Nigeria. And I know that you most certainly are your mother's son.
This one don't be reach out soon.
But Fela,
Yeah.
why do you have so many backup vocals?
Back up. Lady Malika,
Yes, Fela.
I want you to take a very, very good look at these women. These women are beyond mere backup dancers and vocalists to me, man.
No.
You have to refrain. Don't address them as such.
Okay, Fela. But Fela,
Yeah.
can I stay?
Hey.
You want to be back up?
She goes stay. Come. Come. We didn't give an amount to talk. Eh? Lady, fam. Fam. Malika. This is Kalakuta. And I have space for all of the world. Now, so you can stay.
No, Fela. Seeing as the ladies don't want me here, I'll just go.
Malika.
Yes, Fela.
Oh, that one, Shakara Uluji. We'll get the song for them. Yes, so we're doing like this. We're going to say,
Go back for walk of me. Go back for walk of me. Go back to me, I think you lost it, oh my funny. People lost each other. People lost each other, so look. You record. You know, shake me.
Shakara olo dedi.
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 Come. As I they look all of us so. Eh? From Lion. Oh yeah. Now you lead all these women. Yes. I hereby give you the singular responsibility. To make sure, say, Malika here, she feels very, very at home in Kalakuta. No oppression in Kalakuta.
Okay, Fela.
Malika.
Yes, Fela.
Like I said, this is Kalakuta. Enjoy the space.
Thank you, Fela.
Feel at home. I beg, how will they cook for me this night?
Fela, na me.
Oh, what you get?
Beans.
I go carry and come. ID, Baba. Duro, I go chop beans.
We go chop.
Oh yeah, I gonna show you.
Oh yeah, Adiboro.
Oh yeah, you carry what you get.
Austin. No go. Daniel. Glory, sir.
Thank you, Fela. What's your name? Ladies, look, I didn't come here just for Fela.
Yeah.
No, of course not. I came here because of you ladies too. Yes, of course. Look, you ladies are the real unsung heroes.
Yeah.
I look at you, and all I can say is that you ladies are formidable. And each and every single one of you, you're Fela's backbone. You ladies are warriors. You are warriors, and this shrine is your battlefield, ladies. Yes, you ladies are my idols.
Be idol worshiper.
No, ladies, look. I know the world thinks of you all as artistic zombies and Fela's sex objects. But I know you are much more than that. I've come to realize just how much Fela relies on your presence, both on stage and off stage. You ladies, all of you ladies, be reckoned with.
You mean now?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Now if I press this house big before this American butterfly land here. I beg. Look, I no mind no. Make she don't confuse us at all. No let her confuse us at all. It's a feminist ideology. Now this kind one nine we they call
She go say she equal to man now. for dance. She go dance, lady dance. Call up for dance. She go dance, lady dance. African woman go dance. She go dance, fire dance. African woman.
Ladies, that was amazing. You ladies are electrifying. I loved every minute.
My
You guys
women.
best.
My
That was amazing.
women.
Well done, bravo.
By Malika.
Hi, fella.
You see these women actually look them so. Eh? I know they take them clear. They are my queens, my wives, and I celebrate them as I celebrate all women. Because just like water, they flow, they cover, they endure, they give life. And just like water, their legacies will never be erased from the face of this earth. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to wash, now what are you doing? If you want kukusu, now what are you doing? Tori banko no ho dinero. If your head is hot, now what are you doing? Talk about that, if your child they grow, now what are you doing? Sotto le scemo, ma non vi sotto le scemo, ma non vi water, you don't get any me. Water, you don't get any me. Water, don't get any water, you don't get any me. Unless you wonder, water, you don't get any me. The director and producer of Fela and the Kalakuta Queens, none other than the beautiful Bolale Austin Peter.
Wow, 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 wow. Bolale, I think you can remain. Your cast can go. Yes, yes, yes. This is reimagining what life was in Kalakuta Republic. I'm sure you never lived there. You, you probably would not have made it out. But ladies and gentlemen, isn't this just wonderful? And Bolale, you're redefining theater for Nigeria, and we can only but be proud of you. Thank you so very much. Please, a hearty round of applause for Bolale for the work she's doing. Wow. Okay. So the stage is filled with the beads and stuff because we're told, again, acting is behaving truthfully under imaginary circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience. Mr. President will speak to us soon, but only after the CBN governor. The team of them and all of the members of this administration have been working tirelessly to redefine our situation as a people. I can report that beyond trying to stabilize microeconomics or macroeconomics, I was going to say, the financial situation, foreign exchange, inflation control. I'm sure you saw earlier on today with the Apex Ensemble that the CBN is also delving into theater. But clearly, the central bank governor has been doing a lot to help to stabilize our economy very, very quietly. With the support of all of you, members of the Bankers Committee, we thank you. And it pleases me at this point to invite the very high-achieving governor of the central bank, Mr. Yemi Cardoso, to speak to us. Please, under your round of applause.
Thank you very much. I think next time I will know to beg them not to put my speech after a Fela show. Because clearly, if I want to get attention, that would be a very, very difficult thing to do. Your Excellency, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and his beloved wife, the First Lady of the Federal Republic, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON. Excellency, President of the Senate, Most Distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, GCON. Excellency, Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Dr. Abbas Tajuddin, GCON. Distinguished members of the Nigeria Senate here present, honorable members of the Federal House of Representatives here present, His Excellency, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, our host governor, and his wonderful wife, Excellency State Governors of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the relative states, very, very distinguished and well-honored Professor Wole Soyinka, for whom this particular edifice is named after, and I will say a few things about that later. Of course, the members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the State Executive Council, our royal fathers here present, ambassadors and high commissioners of foreign missions in Nigeria. In the interest of time, I will please crave your indulgence to stand on all the existing protocols very eloquently enumerated earlier. Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Your Excellency, First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu, let me begin by expressing my deepest appreciation for your personal presence here today. That both of you chose to be here sends a powerful message about the seriousness with which you hold this national project and the priority you place on Nigeria's cultural and creative renewal.
on behalf of all the partners who came together to bring this project to life, I say a very big thank you. I am deeply honored to stand before you on this memorable occasion. Much has already been said about the significance of this day and the symbolism of this center. I will therefore focus on the perspective of the central bank and the Nigerian financial sector, which we were privileged to play a role in this renewal. And for those of you who may be getting a bit nervous, I want to assure you I will be making no reference whatsoever to interest rates, ways and means of foreign exchange rates. That we gather here on October 1st, our Independence Day, makes this event even more meaningful. 65 years after our nation's founding, we affirm that Nigeria's creative spirit is alive, pervasive, and shaping global culture. This edifice has stood for nearly half a century as a proud symbol of our heritage. Completed in 1976 and inaugurated at Festac 77, it became a beacon of African creativity and a repository of our shared history. Many here will recall both its golden years of cultural vibrancy and the long period of neglect that followed. The theater remained the soul of our cultural identity, awaiting revival. Today, that day has come. In 2020, the federal government approved a landmark public-private collaboration, the transfer of the theater and its estate into a special partnership with the central bank on behalf of the Bankers Committee. What began as an ambitious vision to reimagine an aging monument as a world-class creative hub has today become a stunning reality. The journey, however, was not without challenges. Structural complexities, contractual issues, and even the global pandemic extended the timeline far beyond expectations. Yet, our resolve never wavered. This was a project especially close to the president's heart, and it was his vision that transformed it from a restoration into a symbol of national renewal. By renaming the National Arts Theatre as the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts in July 2024, His Excellency charted a bold course to place creativity at the heart of Nigeria's Renaissance. With the President's directive that this center must be ready for this historic Independence Day, he underscored culture's role, not only in preserving our heritage, but also in projecting Nigeria's influence on the global stage. Today, the results stand as a testament to that foresight and to the power of purposeful leadership. The Wole Soyinka Center is more than a renovation. It is a rebirth, The iconic silhouette has been preserved while delivering world-class performance halls, cinema spaces, exhibition galleries, an African literature library, rehearsal rooms, media and medical facilities, and fully modernized infrastructure. The surrounding grounds now offer gardens, outdoor exhibition areas, upgraded access, and seamless integration with the Lagos Blue Line Rail, placing culture at the heart of city life. The performances we have witnessed today by ensembles from across Nigeria bring this center to life and remind us that its true power lies not only in its architecture, but in the voices, movements, and stories it will host. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, allow me to emphasize that none of this would have been possible without extraordinary partnerships. The Central Bank of Nigeria, the Bankers Committee, the Lagos State Government, and the Ministry of Arts and Culture and Creative Economy came together with a shared purpose to deliver this natural project, with the Bankers Committee alone committing approximately 68 billion naira. Might I add that this commitment was not only as corporate social responsibility, but as a deliberate investment in Nigeria's cultural future. This project stands as proof that when the public and private sectors unite behind a shared national purpose, there is no limit to what Nigeria can achieve. I extend deep appreciation to my colleagues in the Bankers Committee, to the Lagos State Government for its strong infrastructural support, to the Ministry of Art, Culture, and the Creative Economy for its indispensable coordination, to other partner ministries and agencies for their alignment, to the late Herbert Wigwe, whose imagination and passion remain an enduring inspiration, and to Sanex Creatives, our implementing partners whose expertise ensured its faithful realization. Today's celebration is not only about a building. In renaming this center after a highly distinguished professor, Wole Soyinka, we honor a creative giant, Africa's first Nobel laureate in literature, whose work has inspired generations and whose voice has been a moral compass for our nation. Professor Soyinka, on behalf of all Nigerians, I salute you. And may this center continue to inspire generations of artists to follow your example in truth, courage, and creativity. Everybody say a big amen. Looking forward, this center is about more than history. It is about the future. Nigeria's creative industry are engines of growth with the potential to generate billions in annual revenue and create millions of jobs. Yet, beyond economics, culture is about identity, pride, and the very soul of a nation. With this restoration, we're investing in our youth, in our stories, and in Nigeria's rightful place on the global stage. Distinguished guests, this center belongs to every Nigerian. It is a treasure we must all protect and nurture so that it never again falls into disuse. Let it stand as a beacon of creativity, innovation, and unity for decades to come. In closing, and I'm sure people will be saying it's about time too, I extend my deepest gratitude to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his unwavering support. To the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to the Honorable Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, to the CBN team, to Segun Agbaje and the Bankers Committee for their vision. Please, another resounding clap for the Bankers Committee. And to the many creatives, architects, engineers, and workers whose dedication is etched into every corner of this complex. And finally, I salute Nigeria's artistic heroes, past, present, and emerging, who have carried and continue to carry our nation's voice to the world. From Chinua Achebe, to Flora Nwapa, to Dan Mariah Joss, to Bruce Onobrakweya, who I gather is here and who was my teacher in school, Abubakar Imam, to Ben Enwonwu and Fela Kuti. And now, to a vibrant new generation, Afrobeat musicians filling stadiums across continents, Nollywood filmmakers captivating global audiences, fashion designers setting trends from Lagos to Paris, and digital innovators redefining creativity in the age of technology. Together, they remind us that creativity is one of Nigeria's greatest assets and amongst our clearest pathways to pride, global influence, and economic diversification. Ladies and gentlemen, may this center stand as a living testament to Nigeria's creative spirit, uniting our people, inspiring our youth, driving diversification, and enriching the world. Happy Independence Day, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The Governor of the Central Bank, Mr. Olayemi Cardoso. What began as an ambitious vision has today become a stunning reality. And to the Bankers Committee and all those who contributed, the Central Bank Governor has reminded us that indeed they did a yeoman's job to present this edifice to us on this 65th anniversary of Nigeria's independence. In spite of the challenges, we're here today and we're celebrating. A round of applause for the Central Bank Governor and his entire team through this project. We're live at the Wole Soyinka Center, the National Arts Theatre, a reopening and a rededication ceremony by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this independence anniversary. I'd like to put the Brigade of Guards on notice on the Army performing band that they would be playing the national anthem at the end of this ceremony, just to put you on notice, please. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to say that I see Joke Silva, and she represents every theater practitioner in this country, from RMD to Kate Henshaw to Rita Dominic. All of you, Joke Silva stands tall, heads and shoulders, in representation of you all. I salute you. I'd like, before we bring in the big masquerade, to say that To Kill a Monkey, produced by Kemi Adetiba, brought to us the incredible lexicon of brotherly. And my brotherly, Dr. Henry Nzeku, and I have had a great time working tonight. Brotherly. There you go. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to put out here the incredible work that Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the very distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has been doing across the nation for young girls. Let's hear a round of applause for her on this very special day of our 65th independence anniversary. She likes to walk quietly, and she has done incredible work if you take time to ponder how many young girls she has pulled out and improved and inspired. We thank you, Your Excellency, for all the work that you do. Well done. On the occasion of the rededication of the Wole Soyinka Center, the National Theatre, and on the 65th independence anniversary of Nigeria, it is now my singular honor and privilege to welcome His Excellency, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his speech.
Please have your seats. Yes, it's a wonderful evening. First Lady, my wife, a daughter of the freedom that we are enjoying. And my own jewel of inestimable value. I say happy birthday once again. To the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, today happens to be your birthday too. We celebrate you. You will live long, better than this theater. Thank you very much, Mr. President. The Senate President, Thank you. The Deputy Speaker and Deputy Senate President, I salute all of you. We've been all together in Owerri yesterday and here today. My own will just be a vote of thanks for our dear uncle and leader, one of the most talented and creative minds, Uncle Wole Soyinka. No conspiracy anywhere. I did it. When they brought the question of renovation to my desk, I remember the journeys that we had together and the gains that I shared with you. Your contribution to our courage, nation building, freedom. Yes, in some cases, unrewarded talents is a proverb. But you are our jewel, our talent. Whether proverb or being, you are one of the greatest assets of the world, the continent, and the country, Nigeria. So it couldn't have been anything else. And I know definitely you will not disobey this president. So I say it has to be Wole Soyinka. They corrected my English, but culture and renaming. And I'm glad we are here tonight. And not to Musawa, members of the cultural group, the ministry, the Lagos State, I'm more than grateful for tonight. I've enjoyed the evening. Happy 65th Independence Anniversary. These have broken the monotony of military marching past, parade, and everything. So, by scheduling this program, I was able to have a good sleep, have a nice breakfast, and wait for this evening. And today is an evening well spent. The governor without tenure, no campaign, contributions, counting on dimes and nickels, no ways and means. The headmaster, Yemi Caruso. Thank you for that beautiful remark about the history and the importance of our youths and relating it to this theater and our talents. Some of them might not be rewarded yet. But with the innovation of this, the banker committees have found it necessary to reward the entire continent. The world gathered there, Africa gathered there for Festac 77. The entire continent was bubbling. Nigeria was a proud nation. Tonight, let me take this opportunity to say one thing that is very, very important to me, to you, Ama's government, and Nigeria in diaspora. That is, stop talking about Nigeria in an ill, negative tone. This is a country of very proud people. We know what we are. It might not be because of education. There are a lot of educated relics around the world. It's about ourselves believing something we inherited from our parents, our great forebearers. A nation of brave people, confidence, and dedicated. Let's build it together. Let's rechristen it. If you had a bad dream, forget it. This country will succeed. It's with you, myself, and many other people who might not be here that we enjoy the glory. And reap the fruits. Please, lift Nigeria. Believe in Nigeria. Put Nigeria first. That's all I need to emphasize tonight. It has been a wonderful evening. I've enjoyed myself. It's with Cardoso and others to put together an endowment fund and I'm going to be a contributor. And it's not a bad thing for us to use this opportunity to create jobs, maintenance, accessibility, and commitment. This place will not go derelict again. Headmaster, you hear me? Okay. Uncle WS, that's how we hear. The hand we hear. So we do some more. But no wine, no wine tonight. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much, all of you. Very happy Independence Day, 65th one. And I wish you joy, happiness, and progress. From here on, like I said yesterday, the worst is over, we turn the corner, the economy has recovered. I am confident if you manage it properly, prosperity will come. Believe in yourself and give everybody the hope they need. Live the spirit of our people. This is the giant of Africa. It won't fall on you. It won't disintegrate in my hand, in my presence. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria.
Hello, hello. We thank everybody for being here. Thank you very much, Mr. President. As we all go, thank you. Remember the words that Mr. President has left us with, that Nigeria must not fall in our hands. It is a great nation, and we must stop speaking ill of it. Eugenia, it's been wonderful co-hosting this evening with you. Would you want to say a word?
I'd just like to congratulate the first family for gracing this occasion and being here with us. The president's family were here with us, and we thank them. We thank all our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like Henry, Dr. Nzeku, to close this ceremony for us.
Thank you, everyone. It's been a wonderful evening. We take full joy in the fact that Mr. President is leaving us, having declared that he had a most wonderful evening. On that note, we also wish every one of you a wonderful evening as you depart to your homes, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.